That's a perennial favorite, and it's something kids and adults alike can enjoy.
The Barber of Seville is colorful and light and familiar. Even if you haven't seen it, chances are you'll recognize the music from this classic.
Yeah, John Moore is Figaro, and Sandra Peaksetti is Rosina. Good to see both of you this morning.
It's nice to meet you.
Yeah, so
Hi,
set
John.
this up. This is a popular. That's a popular. It's famous. It's a comedy. Set it up for us. The Barber of Seville.
All right, well, there's this count, and he falls in love with Rosina, who is the ward of Bartolo, Dr. Bartolo. So he enlists the help of Figaro, the man about town, the jack of all trades, to help get them together. So it's kind of a wonderful romantic comedy, and
it's a stock comedy. You know, it's all the same gags you're going to see in kind of the stock comedies that even today in movies they use. The same kind of gags and all that, but the production is fresh and new. It's not set in the late 18th century. It's set in the mid-70s. Michael Schell, the director, has really given us lots of vibrant colors, actually, a lot of the props are things that a lot of people in the audience are going to remember. The blenders, the color schemes, the cameras. It's really meant to be Spanish, but it's going to read to the audience in Omaha like it's just happened yesterday. You know, so I was telling Michael it's genius because now the trend is to bring back a lot of these things from the 70s, 80s, the movies, the colors, the clothes, and it sells. And this should sell. And then you combine that with Rossini's, really genius music that has resonated over 200 years. Madden 16, the football game.
Wait, are you connecting Madden 16 back to opera?
So the current advertisement for it has Figaro's entrance aria, the one I sing.
Do you flip out when you hear that?
Music.
When you're just sitting and you see this mainstream commercial air and you're like, what is this?
How many college kids just tuned in right there? Like, oh, really?
When they're checking out that commercial, that music underneath, that's what we always talk about is the genre of opera going to be alive? It's alive, and actually every single day that you can't miss it. So another reason to come is to see the rest of the story.
Just saw it 2 days ago as you're talking about it. I'm recalling back. You think this is a great opera for people who've never seen opera before?
I do, because you really don't have to study up on it. You don't have to do any kind of work before you get to the opera. You just go and enjoy yourself. The tunes are recognizable. They're really beautiful. They're a lot of fun, a lot of text. It's really zany. But on top of that, I was thinking about this morning. It's a really great first opera to see, but it's also, if you've seen Barber of Seville, you haven't seen this Barber of Seville. Michael has done such a wonderful job at just keeping it super fresh and very vivid and alive and very fun, very fun.
I'm excited to see it. John, you're from the area, kind of, somewhat Okoboji. Have either of you performed with Opera Omaha before?
I have. In 2011, we did Don Giovanni.
Gotcha.
And then if our viewers went to the outdoor event,
that's right.
A few weeks ago, you were both there.
Indeed.
Yeah. How do you get into opera from Okoboji? Now in New York City, I know, but what's that path like?
The Midwest has one thing we can tout as one of our great exports are a lot of musically gifted and musically trained. We take music in schools very seriously. I'm a product of great teaching and support from small communities. So it just so happened that it's one of those, the right things were in my way to help me realize and discover my voice, but then I had the community and the teachers there saying, wow, you should really do this, it's special. And I went to Simpson College in Indianola, Iowa, which just happens to have a summer music opera festival for 47 years, and so I got plugged in. It's a lot of luck, but it's really just about support and community, and I feel that a lot of people are coming down from Okoboji for this.
The town you're from, Milford, is that where
Milford,
you're from? Just south of Okoboji, Park?
And a couple of the main patrons from the opera, some of the big donors on the board, they have homes in Okoboji, and they've seen me sing up there when I was a kid. I just had one of them saying, when you were 14, I saw you sing, and so it's just really special to be back home. I really feel if you can throw a stone about 3.5 hours, that's home for me.
Wow.
Sandra, how about you? Where are you from? Where'd you grow up?
I'm from outside of Boston. And I went to school in Boston, Boston Conservatory as a music education major, and I was a teacher for 3 years in the Needham Public Schools, and then I went back for my master's at Boston University, and then that's when the opera bug bit me.
What calls a young person into opera? Because a lot of people think, well, you must be so refined and it's mature. So as a young person, how do you get into it?
Yes, we're very refined and very mature.
Come to the opera and you're going to see what it takes to be refined and mature, which is not much. It's loose. It's really, it's really an art form that it does have that kind of kind of high-class air about it. But the reality is now in America, you're going to see young, fresh faces that are really energized about bringing that music, some of it European treasures, and making it live in America. But there's a lot of great new music, American stories being written, and we're really excited because both of us have done a lot of new stuff, and Omaha Opera is very serious about bringing that new music here. So come see the Barber of Seville, get interested in opera because it's one of the great classics, but then come back and see some of the new work that they're promoting, because it really is, opera is about storytelling, and it's storytelling with engaging music that you're going to leave thinking about. And so this is what we have to do as I always tell audiences, you got to trust us. Yeah. We care, and you're going to love it.
And it draws the audience in, too. Whether you know it or not, it kind of just sucks you in as you're sitting there watching it.
We've got the ballet. We've got supers from the community. We've got this great choir of men that are local and really love it. And so it's really, if you come to the opera, you're enjoying it yourself, but you're supporting your community and the culture. And we, as imports to Omaha, which we love, by the way, we've been put up great. The Omaha Opera's done a great job. Just come and enjoy it. Bring your children. This is really one.
Like, don't you feel inspired?
Yeah.
I mean, I could listen to you.
Listen here, I'm sold. I'm sold.
We're there. You've got 2 shows to choose from. One on the 14th and then another on the 18th. Get your tickets online at ticketomaha.com and then look for the full season. That information's online, and learn more about Opera Omaha there.
2 shows. What are you going to be doing Thursday, Friday, and Saturday? You got a gap in between there.
I'm going to Lincoln to a director friend. I'm going to Lincoln to talk to some kids at the university about being an opera singer.
Sandra would like to come with you.
Yeah.
I'm a former teacher. It's so nice to meet you both.
Thank you very much.
A real pleasure. Thank you.